Hello, beautiful Pisces. I'm back to do the extended. I'm very excited. I've been having a discussion with Ashu and trying to find a deck appropriate for him. Somehow, you know, I would like a nature deck, and he's wisely telling me it doesn't much matter. It doesn't matter what I use as long as the message is clear. Of course, like a true master. I'm going to tell you, his energy makes me feel quite like the apprentice here. I feel like I have... he is that energy that I feel like you could sit around and just listen to him for eons and still not get all of his wisdom. I always feel rushed because I want to get any little tidbit that he has to offer to you and for myself, because I've always been a very eager student, which he told me right just before I turned the camera on that was one of the reasons why I'm fitted to do this. It was one of the what would you call a quality, or one of the components that I put inside of this human journey, is to be always thirsting for knowledge. And I once said to people, if I could be a student forever, I probably would do that. So, and there's no job in being a student forever, or so I kept telling myself, Pisces. So let's start with that right here. Telling yourself that there is no room, there's no money to be made to being the constant student. And look at what I am doing now. So I am still learning. I am the student even right at this moment. And although not millions, I am still making some income from it by imparting that knowledge to you. So don't be so Page of Swords with yourself, okay, in this world. Sometimes there are ways for you to use your exquisite abilities of learning and sharing that knowledge with people to be able to help them. The spiral, perfect, okay? So the spiral tells me that, well, everything that goes around comes around. It's a perfect spiral. 369 is always like my favorite thing. It's so powerful, the spiral, okay? It's vibrations. It's clarity. It's seeing things really crystal clear. The thing is that depending on how you're looking at the spiral, he's telling me you can either be sharpening your focus or limiting your focus. Okay, there are always light and dark to everything. You may be expanding your options or giving yourself too many options if you look at it this way. So, and life is meant to be this way. Earth is one of the hardest schools that we come to. So give yourself a break and realize that there are many ways of looking at things. That just, yeah, I'm just going to let him take over, Pisces, because he's so eloquent in the way in his examples. Yeah, when I grow up, I want to be a shoe. He snickers. Yeah, he's laughing at me. Of course he is. Not in a bad way. He thinks it's, I'm made of funny. Okay, so the sacrifice. So I need to see what that is. Although, let me see. Let me take in what I can see of this picture. I feel that she's offering something up. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's not completely clear. Let me take a look here. The sacrifice means to make sacred. It's an offering of gratitude made from the heart. A feast of love prepared for spirit. It says sometimes, yeah, we know what sacrificial type rituals were like before. They were made in blood, they were made in animals, all kinds of stuff. But they were also made in vegetables and fruits, and that's what I feel. I feel like these are orange peels or something of the sort, or flowers being thrown up in the air. But it says that in certain parts, some spirit preferred our songs and our prayers to the blood of humans and animals, and I think I would rather that. I'd give them fruit too. I'd have fruit with them. I think it's all about balance, okay? The sacrifice asks you to offer to Spirit that which is most precious to you. Your offering will be sanctified and returned tenfold. You will be elevated to the altar at which you have been praying, and meet the divine at the table with the heavenly feast. You are welcome guests at this banquet. Your heart is the only worthy offering you can bring. Life has been generous with you in so many ways. I feel that this speaks a lot about gratitude, Pisces, being grateful and offering up whatever you have to Spirit. But I'm hearing Ashu saying it's more of the fact that we always offer our light up to Spirit. We always offer the very best to Spirit. We go, here, I offer you everything, all of my good, like they always say. It's always like, oh God. Okay, so we're going to talk giving money to religions. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it, okay? I was raised Catholic. You went to church. You were giving offerings in the basket. And we're again with the baskets. The baskets. But these were asking you for tides, offerings. And if you could, you'd give some. As it went down, we know that some people probably couldn't, but did anyway. He's saying that was brought out of context. It's in a way the same kind of way. It's an offering, okay? It's an offering to your belief system, to your spirits. It just kind of got stretched and rolled into religion to help, with the cost of everything. But the idea of it is that you should be also offering your troubles. This is what he's trying to bring forward here. You should be offering your troubles to Spirit for them to help you with it. Okay, not just the good and the bad. The mess, okay, this is what he's saying. You can't see what that is because he says some of it's good, some of it's bad, but everything is the same. There's no good or bad. If you feel like weighed down by your darkness and you want more light, offer it up to the spirits to transmute it into something better. Okay, they will come and help you. They will show you a way here, and it's what this was clearly indicating here. Okay, the discussions that you have, the internal monologue. Absolutely. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take these cards and I'm going to get to it. The top row is the energy you're working for in your magic, other energies you should be looking at, and the bottom is what Spirit wants you to pay attention to. Now, if some of you are new here, I have a Spirit that comes through, and his name is Ashu. He is very much, I would classify him, he's hard to classify. By the way, classifications and all of that stuff that happens is here. This is a human thing. This is why sometimes it's so hard to bring down communication from Spirit, because they're not as so hell-bent on words and definitions as we are. So it's trying to translate a language that can't be translated. It's like saying, yes, okay, he's saying it's like communicating with the mind when it's speaking the language of spirit and heart. It's all of this. He's saying not just spirit and heart, but all of the five that you see. Even now I'm having a hard time. All of the elements brought in together has a language of its own when it's in full balance. Okay, but we try to communicate with the mind and a very limited, because we're humans, right? We don't use a lot of everything that we have. So I'm just going to keep, because I could do like a 24-hour video with Ashu. I'm sure with the knowledge he has, I could go on and on and on. I can feel it going on and on. Alright, Pisces. So the Queen of Air came out. She is the Queen of the Mind. She is the one who's had a lot happen to her. So, Ashu, we're talking about magic here, okay? Right. She is able to weed out options, good or bad. Okay, if you see this, I'm going to bring this in, as I always do, so you can see better, Pisces. If you haven't seen this morning's video, I'm going to ask you to go watch that first. Today's worth it, because I'm bringing in the spirit of Ashu, and he is my guru. Yeah, he is my, what was it, Maya Angelou. Oprah has Maya Angelou. A lot of people have Sadhguru. I have Ashu. Ashu is my guru. He is my Yeah, he's it for me, okay? So I absolutely, if asked, I think that would be the one person I could bring back. I don't even know if he was a person, but he'd be the one I'd be sitting on the bench with. Queen of Air, a lot of choices. It's letting you know what's good, what's bad, what's, everything that's happened in your life. We're talking about the 5. It's assessing. It's assessing everything that has happened in your life. That's your magic, okay? And how great you must be. He's saying you have to always be grateful to the 5, okay, for even the cups that have fallen, because it's given you infinite knowledge. It's given you wonderful knowledge as to what you need to move forward. Don't ever downplay your experiences as just a bad thing that happened to you in your life. He said you always want you to look at it as a great learning opportunity to move forward, to give you something indispensable in the cycles that follow. The Page of Air. Always take him as a breath of fresh air. Somebody who is bringing in some great ideas, okay? Not an oppressor, but somebody who can let you feel. The King of Cups is like you at your best, Pisces, your water sign. The part of you that sits inside of this beautiful mess we call a planet, while everything is like going upsy-turvy behind you. Because you are water, you ebb and flow with everything that comes in. We also have the 2 of Pentacles that constantly work with you. If you are a Pisces who is I was going to say well-adjusted, but I mean, if you are a Pisces who is well within their signs, not too turbulent all the time or feeling like they're being tossed all over the place, you have the ability to take in anything new and fresh and just integrate it, okay? Let it come in, let it flow. Sit with the ideas for a while. Don't dismiss them so quickly. And then be who you are, this beautiful Page of Water, okay? This dreamer, this one that can take a little bit of spray coming up in the background there and make it into something fantastic, okay? Because she may walk on water, but she does have a fin, and that fin is the one that keeps her stable, okay? Okay. All right. The Page of Wands is in reverse. The Page of Wands, impulsive new ideas, right. The Dreamer is there to remind you, because this is having control over these new sparks of ideas, these sparks of all of a sudden, this like, these impulsive. So this is the same. This is the same energy. It's like trying to dull a flame. And it's going against who we are, Pisces. The Page of Water is stability, who's the dreamer. He wants to spark the flame. But I feel that sometimes we're afraid of the flame because we're water, right? We're water. Ooh, fire. Psh, put it out. Put it out. It's dangerous, right? But it's not necessarily dangerous. Remember, you have to let it, this is sitting with something. This is contemplation. This is what we're talking. Your magic or your magic power, okay, is the ability to turn darkness into light or fear into strength, okay? You can add that, fear into strength through contemplation. So don't be in such a rush to put everything out with your water, okay? Let the water splash out or snuff out the fire in order to control it, because you might be missing a fantastic opportunity, okay? Your magic is that you've contemplated things, and yes, you know they can turn bad, but they can also turn good. They can also turn good. The Hangman, the energy that you should be. Judgment card in reverse, right? Again, the Judgment card is a major arcana. He's saying it's a major moment. So this isn't a major moment kind of thing. The Hangman is major arcana as well, but it's a different, okay, he's trying to show that there's a difference between a perception of things and a letting go of things. Because I like to say the judgment is it's being accountable for choices and behavior. This has more of a finality to it. It has the card of reckoning, okay? And again, he's upside down, so is the hangman. The hangman is more getting a bigger, fresher outlook on something, okay? Even the things that you have reviewed, released, and changed, okay? This is like taking all of this from the last cycle and really looking at it in a fresh new way. If you look at the Five of Cups, people always associate this as a card of contemplation, of looking at things that went wrong, or looking at solutions, or sometimes you say turn around, look at the cups you have left, or look that you can just go over the bridge and get to the house. There are other solutions to your problems. The Five of Cups is also always about upheavals, of a disappointment, a loss. But as he was saying, there is a different way of looking at things. Everything that you go through, don't always look at it as something that was meant to harm you. Look at it as something that was meant to teach you, okay? Yeah, he's saying, look at nature, how things work in nature. It's a lot more balanced than it is in the way we do it in our thoughts. There's a reason for everything in nature, even death. So, yeah, think more in those terms than the other. You have the Eight of Air. Yeah, blocks. Right. Be the apprentice. Yes, I wish I could, Ashu, under your guidance. I think that's what I'm going to do next time. I think I'm just going to go follow him around in the realm after I pass in this journey. I think I'm deciding that right now. I think I want to be an Ashu disciple. The Page of Pentacles. Again, it's something new. It's a solid beginning, okay? And as above, so below, in the darkness into the light, from fear into strength. Nothing is a block, everything's a learning experience. Let the winds, let's blow those feathers up and see where they go. They're not blocked, they don't need to stop anywhere. She's sitting on a cloud. The cloud has a cloud. Everybody knows cloud isn't the floor. Cloud's a cloud. It's vapor. It's condensation. You can go through it. Okay, she could fly. She could grab this feather. She has wings to go and get them. Eliminate the blocks. Become the apprentice. Become the one who's always looking for something else. Even when you figured it out, when you think, oh, I've got it. I'm telling you, you don't. There's more to learn. That's what he's saying. There's more to learn. There's always more. Even for him. He says, even for myself, there's more to learn. It is never ending. And you shouldn't see it as something that's going to be, there's more to learn. You should be excited that there's more to learn. Okay? Right. As I said this morning, when it lifts up in the air and takes off and goes. Okay? Yes, contemplate. A lot of contemplation here, Pisces. Okay? When you have that mist going up in that's what I was talking about this morning, the mist going up in the air and bringing the mist and the water and bringing it. Okay, that could be a hurricane, he's saying, by the way. Storms brought in. It travels the water inland. It feeds and brings nutrients to certain things. There's reasons for everything, okay? There's growth to be had. Growth. There's the major word, growth. Perception. Are you going to grow to the max? Or are you just going to limit that growth? Right. You don't have to discourage yourself of thinking there'll always be more room for growth, but are you growing at the level you could be at this moment? Are you limiting that growth? That's a big one right here. Yeah. Yeah, I love this. I'm going to put these like this because I feel like these cards go together. I never noticed that before. Like, poof. Okay? It's like there's always as above, so below. That's where I brought that from. Lovely. It's so lovely. So lovely. Yep. Yeah. Give it wings, give it power, give it air. Okay, give it room. Right. So you have the defense card. Didn't we have that yesterday? We did. Right. So then the persevering through challenges, that standing your ground, this arguing your principles, this everything's going against you, has to shift, okay? The energy has to go. You give that up, you release it. You release it with the air, with the feathers, okay? You let the wind take it away. And you replace it with knowledge instead. Right? You replace it with knowledge. Okay? Why am I feeling defensive? Does that something have to do with me? Why do I feel like I have to defend my life to somebody else who couldn't care less? Who's not going to be important to me? Who's not going to be on this journey with me? Why am I defending to a person who, who silently sits there and judges me? What about it really bothers me? Am I trying to convince myself or them? Okay? Does it matter that people care? Yeah, certain people, but do these, why does it matter whether these people care or not? Maybe they're on a very different journey. Maybe they'll come to matter at one point. Maybe they'll understand my journey later date. Why do I feel like, question, what do I need to learn out of this? Okay? Am I scared of getting hurt? Am I scared of getting judged? What is going on? Okay? Go deeper. Not, this is hurting me. Yes, it is. That's the significator. That's the significant feeling that should make you look further in. That is what it is. Okay? It's begging you to take that dark and turn it into wisdom, light. That fear, turn it into change. Turn it into strength. And then you have the Fool card. The Fool card is telling me, well, that's it. It will take you to that new experience, right? Barreling, okay? With great confidence, with great speed, with great happiness, with no fear, okay? And ready to deal with whatever comes. Because you've been there. You've done that. Messenger of water. Yeah. Transformation, death. So again, this came in this morning, the transformation, the death card. I feel from Ashu, the only thing I get is that the only real transformation is through these emotional upheavals, okay? This card for me is emotional upheavals. All the yicky, all the stuff. The good moments that you feel joy, pain, elation. Like I said, the magic that you feel when you're with somebody. On this planet that you realize you also feel it in. If you visit your spirit guides, you'll know there's a certain source and love feeling that's there. If you meet somebody that you were meant to have that, you'll have moments of it with people you connect with very intently. And when you do, those are going to tell you those emotional upheavals are the ones that count, okay? And you have the same thing here. Through these emotions, intense, good or bad, which they really don't see them as good or bad, it's just an indicator for them that something needs to be looked at or felt deeply. It means that there's a space for learning, a space for knowing, okay? There you go, Pisces. Let's see here. So in the bottom of the deck, they said, remember, you have help. such as Ashu is today, and anything that you're going through, all transformations, you have help from Spirit, you have help from like-minded people, and you can go through things together. It's to really, again, Ashu's coming in to differentiate the big borders and the limitations we put on certain things. We always categorize them as good or bad instead of just simply going, it is something worthy to look at. Okay, so he wants you to do less of that, more of seeing how it is playing or how it is working into manifesting what it needs to help you on your journey. And that is the magic of feeling all experiences in your life. That's the magic. That's the lessons. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I've loved Ashu being here. I'm going to invite him again real soon. If not, well, we'll see. I'll see. And take care, Pisces. Please like this video. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like it, go ahead. I'm always here, twice a day. Take care, Pisces. See you tomorrow.